welcome to my channel. I'm Elma. Thank you so much for joining me for this tutorial. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how I create this Foxy eyes, and if like me you have hooded eyes, even better because I have a few tips and tricks that I learned along the way to, you know, get this whole lifted look. One thing you will not be seeing in this tutorial is tape or shaving of eyebrows. We're not doing any of that, okay? Because as much as I am dedicated to the look, I am not that dedicated that when I take off my makeup I look like a completely different human being. Plus, are you gonna be wearing Foxy eyes everywhere, all day, every day? I don't think so. So if you want a strictly makeup Foxy eye, no extra enhancement needed look, let's get right into it. I do hope you enjoy it.
I gotta tell you something I could do.
Okay, so we're gonna get right into it real quick, but before I get into it, I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can properly see my eye shape, because there has been a lot of Foxy eye makeup here and there, and I don't know if I've really seen hooded eyes. Maybe Alicia did it, I'm not sure. Anyway, so I have like hooded eyes, as you can see, and my inner tear ducts don't go like low like this, so it's like extra work to make them appear, you know, more foxy. And I know that a lot of people are like, you know, you can put on, you know, those like cosmetic tapes. You can take, you know, your hair, the temples, and just bring it back and just stretch everything out. But I'm pushing 30 and I don't know if I want to be playing with the skin around my eyes too much. We're just gonna give it a lift without tugging at anything, because every time I see that I'm just like, what are the consequences? I think that the key to beautiful Foxy eyes and to have like that really lifted look, start with the brows, not actually the eye makeup, the brows, because I've been growing out my brows for like a while now. They kind of look wild. I kind of like cut over here and I'm not really happy about that, but you know what, it is what it is. We're going to brush our brows up, and I find that like the thing with the Foxy eye is that it just lifts everything and it gives you that really youthful yet feline look. And it all begins with the brows, because once your brows are lifted, everything pretty much follows that direction. So if you've been here for a long time, you know I always do my brows first, and actually I'm gonna be using the Patrick Ta Major Brow, is it called? And I got it in clear, and I also got the little spoolie thingy, and this will be my soap spoolie thingy-my-bob. But anyway, I'm actually trying this with you guys brand new, so from what I hear, you're gonna spritz it a little bit, go in, so get it nicely on there. I think I have enough, and I'm just gonna lift my brows and bring them to the top so they really stay up. And I already like the way my brow grows anyways, it kind of like, I always do have a straight brow, so I find that when you have like a straight brow, it's easier to have that like that lifted effect, and you're not like kind of like battling that curve. So if you can do your brows in a straight way, go for it. Do I think that you need to shave the tails of your eyebrows to achieve like a straight brow? Honestly, it's so freaking excessive. You want to look good without makeup anyways, so find a way to make them just like cover the end tail. If it's like too curvy, do that. It's already like dry in there, so that's cool. I feared it would be messy, but it's not. There you go, laminated brows to just set them kind of. Already you can see how lifted that looks. Like this just looks so much more lifted. So we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Now I'm gonna fill them in with the Milk Makeup Kush Triple Brow Pen. I got this in the color Grind. The one thing I would say about this brow product from Milk is I wish that these were a little bit more separated. I wish there were like only maybe 2 of them, so they can be really like nice and defined. And also the key to this product is really going light-handedly, because it is a pigmented. I'm really just going kind of like straight and not arching. And look at that. It's kind of like my everyday brow anyway, but you really want it to like be lifted. You look at that, just lifted. Now that the brows are done, we're gonna go in, you know, with the eyes, because you know that's why you're here. I'm first gonna go in with some eyeshadow primer, and the one that I'm using at the moment is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Invisi Pink Amplifying Eye Primer. And then I'm gonna move in with the Amrezi and Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. I'm just taking this color because it basically has all the neutrals that I need, and I don't think there will be a pop of color. I'm gonna go pretty soft on this one. I'm first gonna go in with the color OJ. I'm kind of gonna apply that all over in a lifting way, so I'm gonna basically be following that line of just snatching the eye. I'm gonna start by applying it in the corner and just slowly bring it out. You see already it looks lifted. And you know, you could do this with a bronzing color or whatever color you want. This look I'm going quite nude, so I'm just gonna go in, and basically you want to kind of pretend you kind of have like this invisible line going like this, where you can really just lift the eye. So you really want to have the line, an imaginative line that's going like this, that's gonna just lift the eye. You don't want to bring your shadow down, you want to keep everything lifted. So imagine this is your eye like this, and you want to continue that. And even if you have, you know, some skin here happening, what you're gonna do is just apply it kind of like above. I hope I'm explaining this, but and so you just want to kind of like disregard this fold, and when you're doing this you want to really keep your eyes open so you know how it's gonna look like. So you just want to apply it and just bring it out. You can just go in lightly at first, and then just you'll slowly build up that shape. So this is your first mapping, I suppose. You really just want to bring that, and that's why it's nice to have a brow. I see how like having a brow that just goes like straight like this would accentuate that, but we're not into like modifying fully our faces. Just a slight lift, especially when I accentuate it here, and just like that I already look lifted. You know, the eye already looks like, ooh, something's going on here. Slightly darken this area because that's where it's gonna dip. So I'm gonna create some shadows, but not too much, just lightly. You could obviously do this look after you're done doing all your makeup, but I'm used to doing my eye makeup first and then my face, so that's what I'm doing here. So really just accentuating that color, and then I'm gonna go in with this fluffy brush and just blend that out. And there you go, you've just, with that color, just lifted. So depending on your skin tone, I would say go for a color that is a little darker than your, you know, than your skin tone, so you can really create that shadow. And then when you're going in with the liner and everything, you can really like define everything, but it's like building up that illusion. That's how, you know, things work best, is when you just slowly build it up. You don't want your brush to go down in any way, you just want to lift everything up. And regardless of what's going on in here, you just want to overlap that. And even if you have to open a little bit just to make sure everything is good and, you know, blend it in well over here, you just want to, you know, bring it up like that. So we're going to do that on the same on the other eye. Now I'm gonna go in with this sort of like angled brush, and I'm gonna go in with this Yugo color. I'm gonna create a more defined line that we're then gonna blend into that and just like slowly build it up till we really get that, you know? And again, it's following your eyes and, you know, just going. The biggest secret about this is just following your eye. Have the vision of what you're going for, but first and foremost, you want to follow your own eye shape. So depending on how this goes, that's how you want to tilt it. And then over here where I have my fold, we're kind of gonna like go kind of like under it, so it still stays really like close to the lash line. I hope I'm making sense. And the beauty of doing your eye makeup first is that you can then go in, you know, with your foundation and then your concealer to just correct and really sharpen that area. So that's why I also like doing my eye makeup first, is because usually if I mess up, I can then, you know, go back and I'm gonna go back with this. You're really just continuing that line and bringing it in. Like, you don't want to go next to the fold, so it really stays nice and fine. That's why doing it with your eyes open will be so much easier, because you really see how and where everything is placed. You really have much more control. So, and also, you know, you can use your finger to just help you stay stable. And it's okay if it looks a little smudged. Like, it's even like prettier, I find. All your brush strokes, upward movement when you're blending, so everything stays perfect. I feel like this one is like way longer than this one, so I'm gonna add some and then correct it afterwards, like with the foundation. And the thing as well, when you're doing like a foxy eye, you don't want to wing all the way inside. You really want to see like where your eye is at. That is like kind of like where the center is. That's where you want to stop, so you can really get that like feline shape. So you'll see, like, I'll not bring it all the way in here, but then we're gonna, you know, bring it back in here later on. But over here you really want to stay like halfway, kind of like kind of like halfway through, so you really have that like lifted effect. It's just basically a regular schmegular wing that everybody's calling a foxy eye because of Bella Hadid, but you know what? I'm here for this. I leave this for now. I'm gonna do the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Okay, so most of my face is done and we're just gonna, you know, go right back in with the eyes. In a corner, actually, I'm gonna switch from this brush to this one, and this one is like a super fine brush from Bristle Beauty, and I am going with this color over here. And the key to this, it took me a lot of time to like realize how to do this properly, but the thing is, you really do want to follow your eye shape. Like, you don't want to go too down that it looks like it's not part of the eye. Like, you just want it to be like a kind of like a continuation. And as you saw with the bronzer that I put over here, it really does narrow that area as well, so it really helps to give that illusion of, you know, foxy eyes, cat eyes. Anyway, I find that if I go back and apply like this, it works, but really just looking straight forward is the way to go. So you want to go in with your fine tip, and I'm going with that Yugo color. We can see this, and really just gently, you want to go in really slowly and just apply it to that area. You see, just that changes everything. So you don't want to go in straight up with like a big fat ass line. You really want to go in first with like a small amount, just to kind of like gauge. And one thing I find, even though I hate doing this because like I hate like touching my nose, is to place your finger on your nose or something, so you have something to lean on. So really just look straight forward and just continue that line over there. And just like that, beam. And I swear, by looking straight forward, you just follow it, and just kind of like your eye itself is like guiding you that way. Placed nicely. And I'm just gonna go like again underneath a little bit and just create. Do you see that? Just create it straightforward, because the thing is, like, if you go back like this and you apply it like this, you might have it go too down or too up. And I actually have a look, I think it's me trying $200 worth of Glossier. If you haven't checked that video, you should check it out. It's right here. Is one of the eye looks good because I used this technique, and the other eye kind of like looks wonky. Now you go back into the video and you'll see it. It's all about you and your eyes and how it works, and you'll find that your eye itself is just gonna guide the brush. You really also want like a nice fine brush. You can use like black eyeliner obviously, but for now I'm going in with the brown for now, and I might lift it up with some black afterwards, but for now I'm just like setting it down. So now I'm gonna go in with the other eye, and sometimes it tickles a little bit especially if you have like little tiny baby hairs here. Yeah, Do you see that? Just a little bit, just a little bit. And from there, you just, you know, slowly build it up to the amount you want. And as you saw with the concealer, it also helped to, you know, lift that area as well. And also another thing I realized when you're doing a foxy eye, however you do it, I find that when you leave this little area here kind of like free of product or like, you know, lines or anything, it really does accentuate that area even more. It's not so like chunky, and I guess it's more like wearable, I suppose. And just gonna put a little liner so it's not so bare and connected as well. You don't want to leave any gaps here. I'm seeing what works best for your eye shape. So as you can see, the hood is nothing's going on and everything just looks lifted. Just to be a little extra, we're gonna go in with some liner, and I'm gonna use the Better Than Sex by Too Faced. Really love this because again, super duper pointy and bendy, but not too bendy. This is not a must. You could obviously just leave it at this, but we're here, so why not, you know? And this, applying this liner here will be perfect to apply, you know, false lashes, especially to this area. It'll help blend it as well. So it serves a double function technically. Again, you don't want to go on top of that line over there. You really just want to lift everything. And here, also, if you have really teary tear ducts, I would say maybe go for eyebrow pomade, because those are like usually really like waterproof, like the ABH or anything that's waterproof in general, so like it stays in there. But yeah, we're gonna do a little something, and that is apply just a little light to this area to lift it even more. And I'm gonna go in with a pencil brush. The word that's coming to me is the French word un point de lumière, which is like just a spark of light, basically. Touch of light, I guess would be the best translation. And just put that there. You see, just like a small pencil brush. You don't need a lot, just like tap it in there. You don't even need to like smudge it or anything, just like tap it in that area just underneath, just to lift it and blend it. I just feel like adding a little bit of something more on my lids, so I'm gonna go in with this scattered light glitter eyeshadow from Hourglass, and it looks like this. And I'm just gonna go in with my finger, I think, and just very lightly put some in the center of my eyeball. Ooh, this is so pretty. Nice. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. Fuck. Oh no. This is the first time I'm using this, and what the hell? Ooh, I swear TJ comes through with the recommendations. Okay, I want all of them now. What the hell? This is what I've been looking for my whole life. Oh my god, it looks wet yet glittery in a non-glittery way. Oh gosh, yes. No, I need all of them. What the hell is this witchcraftery? Fuck. What? No. Look at how pretty and wet that looks. Holy hole. Yep, this is exactly what I wanted, and it delivered, and I'm not mad at this at all. Oh my god, this is guys, do you see this amount of glitteriness? Par contre, not very sure about this angle. We'll see what gives in post. Anyway, I'm gonna go in with some mascara, and I'm gonna be going with the Pat McGrath Labs, and I'm especially gonna concentrate this on the outer side. I'm gonna be putting some false lashes anyways, but if you are not, you know, to continue in that foxy eye trend, you really want to concentrate your mascara towards the end, so it really gives you that feline lifted look. So I'm gonna go in with this mascara. I'm yet to try the ABH one, but I still like, I have this one, I have a Glossier one, and I have the Fenty one, and I don't really like having loads of mascaras on rotation, but this is so pretty. I actually might put on falsies, I don't know. And then down there is the outer corner. And this is one thing I really love about this mascara. It just like really lifts them, volumizes them, and lengthens my lashes, and they look so pretty. Okay, so the thing is, when you are going for falsies for this look, I want to say that there is kind of a type of falsie you want to go for, and those are the ones that are a little thicker towards the ends and like thinner towards the center. And I'm gonna be using these ones at the top over here, which are perfect because they're like kind of still feathery, so you really get that like wispiness from it, because I feel like the Foxy eye is like really something kind of wispy. So I'm gonna go for these ones. These are from OP Hair Lashes. She's based in Montreal, and she has dope ass lashes. So you either want to go for like a lash that's like this, or maybe even a lash that's like this, something that's like thin in the inside corner and that goes out. But I really want to wear these ones because they're like really flirty looking. Some glue to my inner and outer corner so that it does not lift, and the key is not to put them on your really super duper curly lashes. So a little here, a little here. You're obviously going to put some on the falsies as well, but this technique really does help to keep the inner corner glued down. So there you have it. That is the finished look. I do hope that this video was helpful. All the products that I used are going to be listed as per usual in the description box, and I will see you in my next one. Please like this video if you like the video, comment, share, all that good stuff. It truly does help my channel. Hello to my new subscribers. I see that we're growing, and I'm really happy to have you here. If you want to see, you know, some more content from me, probably some video have just popped up on the screen that you can check out, and you know, just whatever tickles your fancy. And yeah, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it already. Hit that notification bell because, you know, YouTube is forever trifling. And so yeah, I'll see you in my next one.